it going? I hope everyone's doing good, feeling good. I did pull a couple cards, the astrology cards, because I can't find my dice, but, okay. But, I did ask before, like, hours ago, before I got my little one ready for her first day of school, when she was so excited, she asked me to give her Anna braids, which is from Frozen. So she's rocking it at school with an and to see all the little kids, you know, they're just little people, so innocent. Okay, well, let's get started. A picture together, which we do every year. So at the bottom of the deck, it says, bless this space. It says, your sacred space holds the soul to bear Palo Santo or sage. We'll clear the air. And it almost looks like an illusion, but you can actually walk here or there. It looks like it's like sealed shut. But let's see. So we have that one. Okay. All right, gods, what is it that you want us to know today for our higher betterment? Okay, so bless this space, and we have patience, okay? Everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things will be all right. Okay. So bless your sacred space and cleanse the air. It said Palo Santo, right? Well, we can do that. I mean, I did it right before the reading, but evidently it needed it more. That one's not really lighting. Let me use this one. A brand new one. It's a brand new day. It just got dark. I don't know why it does that, and then I go back and I'll watch some of it, and it's like it's still bright. I think it's just on this end, but all right, you hear it crackling. Ah, this shit is crackling. That's gotta mean something. I know y'all hear that. And all that black smoke. It's still crackling. Like damn popcorn. This ain't popcorn! Even though I'm hungry. I should have ate before I did this live, but it's okay. I'll eat in a little bit. I mean, zero smoke. Somebody's got no smoke. I'm just kidding. All right. Or they don't want no smoke. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm already 4 minutes into this live, and I'm trying to get this Palo Santo to just cleanse me in my sacred space. You still hear it popping? I mean, it is wood, but it's Palo Santo wood, and it doesn't usually do that. Unless maybe it has moisture in it. That might be it. There we go. A lot better. Oh yeah, it is smoky. Just how I like it. Ow, it's burning my eyeballs. Whew. Man, this is a good one actually. It's a good Palo. That's a good old Palo Santo. Doing its job. Man, look how smoky it's getting. Ah, it burns my eyeballs. All right, so we have our divine doors, which is bless this space, and it told us to do it with Palo Santo to clear the air, and that's what we did. That's what we're doing. And it says to have patience. Everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things will be all right. Okay, now before I started this live, I pulled some of the astrology cards because I can't find my dice. These, I think they're called karma cards or something actually. Good Lord. Okay, so we came out with Gemini, not surprisingly. The two signs we came out with Gemini and Aquarius. So heavy air sign, air element. Then the next card, so we have Gemini and Aquarius with Mars in the second house. So taking some sort of action when it comes to your finances and what it is that you truly believe is to be fair, or because in Aquarius it's all about your vision. So it's the way you're viewing something. You want something to be known about things that you may have seen, or let's see, let's read it this way. So have a drive for you have a drive to express your beliefs, about something you want to be known, foresight, your vision. You could be spiritually gifted. Is, let's see, the next one, okay. Confronting something that was new and different. And the way it was viewed upon others goes against your values. I mean, I'm just speaking from the cards, see? Your values. And then the next one is telling you to to take an unconventional, quick and easy route to take in some sort of action when it comes to your resources, your finances. Yes, that's what I'm seeing here. So that's heavy air and Mars and in the second house. You could be a Gemini dealing with an Aquarius, or it could be the other way around. It could be an Aquarius dealing with a Gemini when it comes to some sort of financial matter, or it could be the embodiment of both elements, and the energy of those elements that come together with what it is that you're trying to either achieve, to put out there, to be known. So yes, that's what I get from that. Let's go with this deck. This one. This one is the Sacred Destiny. What a beautiful picture. One blue eye, one green. That eye's purple. That eye's purple. I forget what celebrity had she was born with purple eyes. I forget who it was. But this is purity. And then we have the butterfly, transformation. So there's some sort of transformation that you're going through, that is purifying the mind, body, and soul right now. Then we have, okay, and part of that transformation has a lot to do with the way you handle certain situations that deem chaotic or argumentative, or not seeing both sides. So I see that the reason why you've undergone some sort, or you've kickstarted a transformation and started ridding and purifying yourself, it was all because you've had forgiveness in your heart. Because you didn't get bitter, because you didn't try to harm, it liberated you with freedom. Wow. Okay, so then we have simplicity. To me, it seems like since either you've gone through this liberating phase, or you will undergo one in the near future, very, very near future. And once you've gone through the transformation, and now you understand what kickstarted it, and now you're free, you find yourself feeling lighter because you purified everything. Like this feather in the sky. How light is that? It's gonna take freaking eons for it to get to the ground. If it's coming from way above, like this bird. What a synchronicity. To have a feather falling from the sky off this bird. Wherever it's flying, it's leaving parts of itself. That has something to say in itself. Now, it does represent diligence. So, now that you've reached liberation and things are a lot lighter, the work, the diligent work that one had to do has brought in a significant amount of abundance. Now, whether this be abundant spiritually or spiritually, financially, emotionally, through your gifts, it could be anything. But this feather, this simplicity, and the simplicity of this bird flying, but doing it diligently. Like there's, of course, some migrate during certain times of the year. There's something about that. I'm gonna see what that is. So we have diligence and abundance, and it's all because you trusted. And remember, we have transformation and purify. The fact that you had to purity. That means you've already gone through this phase. If you're at purity, you've already gone to this phase. It doesn't say purify. It says purity. And being that you were very diligent and maybe not hard on yourself with the simplicity, maybe not being so overwhelmed and stressed, it brought in this abundance. And this abundance also came in because you trusted this purification process that you underwent. See the big sunflower? This transformation was here to purify everything and rid all the funk, that the blockages, everything that was holding you back. Maybe not everything, because there's still more work to do. Is because you were able to forgive. You were able to be cordial in times of chaos, which after that is freedom. It liberated you into a place where things started to become more of an easy flow for you. Like you're gliding. It looks like this bird is just gliding. And due to the work you've done and the way you've done it, it's brought in multiple, it's put you in alignment for multiple opportunities to come. Or they're already here. And it's all because you had trust in this transformation. And the fact that you are, it says purity, you're pure now. After trust, we have purification. You trusted the transformation process. You truly surrendered. Excuse me, confirmation. You surrendered to what no longer served you. You surrendered to allowing someone to help you, or a spirit being force help you. And because you went through this whole steps of processes that you have to go through to get to certain, you have developed the gifts that have come with this is definitely, well, yeah, abundance, but enlightenment. You're now attuned with what's going on. See, this sailboat is not in the water, it's in the air, heading towards the cosmos, or just simply flying, because there's a lot about flying and being in flow. And like I said, enlightenment, these are your blessings that you are receiving due to your transformation. Okay, let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and stop there. That was a lot from this deck, actually. Let's see, I'm gonna put that one right there. Let's see, which deck are we gonna use next? Maybe this one. Okay, it's at the bottom we have sacred space. Oh my gosh. Bless the space. And if you look close, it says sacred space. Bless the space. Sacred space where you receive your support. Kind of like you would keep your altar clean, because what it is your altar is your offering. It is your sacred space. Nobody's allowed to sit in your seat. Nobody's allowed to touch your cards. Nobody's allowed to mess with the crystals. And with this sacred space, you have developed you planted a seed with some sort of intention. Okay. Let me see. We have right here, creation story, path. Am I back live? Yes, I'm back live. Okay. I don't know why it keeps going out like that. I mean, it just keeps going out. Hence probably why it said bless this space. But I pulled enough from this deck. I'm actually going to keep what, look, I pulled that many cards from one deck. They were just flowing so nicely. Okay, so I'm gonna just put this deck up. We know what came out of it. The message is still there. Thank goodness. Okay, and then let's see, where are we gonna go next? We're gonna go here. At the bottom of the deck, we have build a strong foundation and see things clearly. So somebody needs to focus on their stability and possibly healing and working through some sort, because we do have Mars in the second house with Aquarius and Gemini. So taking action, taking quite a crazy way of action into gaining more balance with your finances. You may have somebody with their hand in your finances. You may have someone navigating them. I know it sounds crazy, but it happens. It says, okay, so I'm just gonna see what comes out. Gods, what is it that you want the collective to know as a whole? What do they need to know for their betterment, for their transformation? Okay, so the Seer of Healing, okay, it's card number 5. It says rest, let it go differently. So we have built a strong foundation, and we have seeing things clearly. And then I don't think it's a coincidence that the Seer of Healing came out, which talks about resting, letting things go, and seeing things from a different perspective. Okay, let's get another card for that. Then we have the Seer of Spirit, devotion, trust, the universe. Which is card number 1. So build a strong foundation by seeing things clearly, or you are building a strong foundation for yourself by seeing things clearly. And with the Seer of Healing, it's as if you see things differently now. You've rested. You've let the hindrance go, whatever it was that could have put you in some sort of mind frame of, you know, pity and not pity, but like feeling sorry for yourself, and that's low vibrational. So we have see things clearly, the seer of healing, and the seer of spirit. So because you're choosing to build a strong foundation spiritually, I'm really feeling this spiritually. And you see things clearly now. With the seer of healing, you were able to transmute the energy which were in the cards depicted before that. You can see things clearly because you've rested, and now you are a seer of spirit. You have seen spirit work in its mysterious ways. You've seen things manifest. You've seen a lot. And you withhold a lot of knowledge from downloads and past lives, where now you trust where the universe is guiding you. You know, like Pocahontas, it says, Pocahontas, that song, just around the river bend. Okay, well, it kind of looks like her running through the forest and stuff, and she's trusting that the universe has her. She's devoted to the universe now. She trusts spirit, and spirit can be whatever it is to you. Okay, let's see what else we have. Gods, what else does the collective need to know so they can transform and transition to a higher state? Tales in all time spaces. Tales in all time spaces. So there's a story behind every locked door. Tales in all time spaces. There is a reality, a realistic reality within many realms that have different stories. Okay, so we have tales in, let me pull one more. Clarify tales in all time spaces, please, guys. The Seer of Destiny. Tales in all time spaces. The Seer of Destiny. Right timing. Time space. Tales in all time spaces. So there's a right time. There's a divine time for things, which would be your destiny, the Seer of Destiny, which is, it's your divine time to receive these synchronicities. It says right timing. It says fortune. So you see things from many different perspectives, including the perspective of your intuition and your spirit team. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, remember I said about the water flow and the flow of it? It says release your agenda, meaning whatever it was that you were, and this is number 6, 42 equals 6. That's the Lovers, that's Gemini and Tarot, and we have Gemini here and Aquarius in Mars in the 2nd house. So it's saying for sure, for some sort of air sign, to release whatever agenda you initially had going into this transformation. And then you have the Seer of Seekers. It's saying release your agenda because you are safe now. It's time to soften up. You are the one who sees all things. You're very powerful. Yeah. And see the big old buck on her face? Seership. You're stealthy. You're quiet. You're a lot like the High Priestess. You observe. But it's telling you whatever knocked you into this transformation and to dive really deep within yourself, it's telling you it's time for a different intention. This is closure. Okay. It's telling you to focus on self-care now. So now that you've released this agenda, you've gone through this transformation, you now have the ability to see when things are at divine timing. You're building a foundation with clarity, and you have, it says the Seer, it says rest, let it go. Once again, release your agenda. And then we have the Panda with focus on self-care. And then we have the Seer of Shine, which is focus on self-care. Focus on what helps you, whether it's like doing a spiritual bath, whether it's doing some sort of ritualistic cleansing, something, or whether it be the things that make you feel worthy, the things that you are passionate about, which could be your creativity. It says the Seer of Shine, creativity, see and be seen, you are worthy. So now it's time for you to fully embody. She has green eyes. I have green eyes sometimes. I'm not trying to make it about me, I was just saying. Okay. And as you release this agenda that you had, and you pivot your focus and your receptivity towards self-care and improvement, you are going to be more creative than ever. You're going after your passions with self-care. So see and be seen, because you feel worthy. You could possibly feel as if you have something that you can contribute to. And it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or says about it. I mean, we literally have fierce positivity. And by being fierce and positive and taking and following this pivot for releasing this agenda, now we're going to move into a different energy. An energy of self-love. An energy of creativity. Showing your worth. But showing your worth in a fierce and positive way. And ultimately, this pivotal moment from your transformation, all the steps it took you to get here, this is an initiation. So you're being tested once again. And you see the sun behind the flower? I swear, this reading is for a solar baby. Someone who, and I'm going to repeat it again, someone who absorbs the energy of the sun and they project it out into the world for others. So ultimately, you're like this energy distributing machine. Okay, it's saying to pay attention to signs right now because they're coming to you in your dream state very soon. They're coming to you in your dream state. It says the seer of dreams, number 6. Once again, Gemini card. We pulled out Gemini for our sign, Gemini and Aquarius. I said that this was going to be a heavy air reading. The seer of dreams is all about manifesting, reality shifting. There we go. There's that pivotal moment I was talking about, from switching from that once upon a time agenda that had you go through this process into a loving and enduring everything it is that you learned and projecting your authenticity out there so that others can see that it's okay to be authentic. That's the best way to be. That's the way you're gonna open doors to newer timelines for you that you can jump into. So pay attention to signs. And number 6, the seer of dreams. So pay attention to your dreams, because your angels and your guides and the gods are sending you signs within your dreams, which is ultimately shifting your reality. It's almost as if you would pay enough attention to these signs while you're in your dream state, then you wouldn't have to read these cards for clarity. But that's why we read them, right? Okay, so next we have allowing it to arrive. Nobody's on right now. Allowing it to arrive. So paying attention to these signs within your dream state, manifesting. Now that you're in a different, call it timeline, a different, you went through a different portal, you are in this self-care, self-love, giving, loving, happy energy, which is your true, authentic self. But you are being initiated again. This is an initiation, and it's 33. But going back to allowing it to arrive, and then we have abundance and prosperity. Something about something very valuable is coming your way. Something that bears weight, but possibly in a different sense. You know, monetary weight would be, you know, the digits behind the decimal. Physical abundance would be glowing, energetic. Energy is just, I mean, you're just ready to go. You're great. You're ready to help. Emotional abundance is where you find balance between your heart and your mind and your spirit. This is crazy because it says movement as meditation. But you see these two fish? You could be a Pisces, or you could be dealing with one. These two fish have stenciled in the middle of them two lovebirds that are, I don't know if you've ever seen birds mate. They tend to hold of each other, and it's kind of like a spiral thing down. So movement as meditation and a good partner coming in, which 3 + 1 is 4. 4 is abundance. Wow. Whatever you did, you opened Pandora's box. For sure. So it says, call back your power. 5 + 1 is 6. Gemini, the lovers. Call back your power from some sort of collaboration with another. And once you do, the possibilities will be infinite for you. Okay, number 22. See in the in-between. Okay? See in the in-between. And then we have so we have 2, 2, 2 because we have 22 and then we have 2. And as you can tell, I haven't seen any roses in this deck, but there's a rose that is right in the middle of this butterfly. And the next card, there's a rose that looks like she is embodying, that is being pollinated. It says the seer of nature. So joy in the in-between. It says grounding your authenticity. Joy in the in-between. Not too much of this, not too much of that, because too much of one or the other when it comes to, you know, who you are and your personality and your deliverance can skew you away from your authentic self. Just be one way directed. So enjoy the moment of being your authentic self. You're grounded. You have abundance. And like I said, oh my gosh, I was just about to show you, but it says 1223. When I opened it, it was 1222. And I just told you guys that this card is number 22. And this one is 2. Okay? So 222. And it was just 1222 whenever I opened this. That's crazy. And I'm about to look it up right now to see what the hell it's trying to say. Let's see. So 2, 2, 2. Okay. Angel number 222 symbolizes harmony, balance, and collaboration in our lives, guiding us towards fulfillment and success. It emphasizes the importance of nurturing relationships, seeking unity, and making active decisions aligned with our highest good. Yeah. And that's what we've been talking about. Encountering 222 signifies new beginnings, encourages positive mindset in challenging times, and reminds us to trust in the universe for guidance and support. We've gotten all those cards. Okay. There's also something I want to share with you guys that I saw earlier. It was a number sequence. It was definitely a synchronicity. Where did it go? Where did it go? Let me see if I still have. No, it's in my book. Okay, so earlier this morning I saw 6:55. Excuse me. I'm gonna burn some cinnamon. Hold on. Bug. I love cinnamon. Okay, so I saw the number 655 this morning. Okay. Before that I saw 444, and I just remembered it. I didn't write it down. But what motivated me to look into 444 is whenever I got 655, when I was actually connecting and meditating with a certain God. So the blend of energies and vibrations of the number 6 and 5, with the number 5 appearing twice, amplifying its influence. Number 6 is the Lovers in Tarot. Here it represents love, family, home, service to others, balance. What was that first card? Building a strong foundation. Okay. 5 is enhancements, creativity. We had creativity, resourcefulness, adaptability, being able to adapt within this transformation, and now this new initiation, followed by the number 33. And important life changes. So the angels are trying to tell you there's an important change you are making in your life, and you are the result of your positive choices. That's what number 655 means. Now when I saw 655, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and look into 444. And this means signs of support, encouragement, and guidance from your angels or the universe. You are on the right path. Your angels are with you, helping you build a strong foundation, helping you build a strong foundation and achieve your goals. Trust your intuition, stay focused, and have faith in your journey. Wow. Because one of the other cards said to have hope, but I reinterpreted it as having faith. But yeah, I did want to share that with you guys. Let me see, I had a few other notes too. Okay, so so another thing, let's see, where is it? Okay, when I was, let me see if we're done with these cards. Okay, so after the seer of nature, no, after the movement as meditation, almost as if intimacy is not to be ashamed of, but to be a tool of divination, in a sense that you, with the intent to go deep within self. Not the way that you guys may be thinking, but deep within your spiritual self. Behind that card was a good partner. Okay? And the card before that, movement as meditations, where the fish are, you could be a Pisces, or you could have Pisces in your chart. But within the two fish are birds, and they're lovebirds. And then it says a good partnership. So there's a good high vibrational partnership that is coming forth, that the universe evidently agrees with. It says your grace is activated in your life now. Beautiful swan. Because your grace is activated and your dreams are starting to come true. 29 is the day I was born. Crazy. I love dandelions. Wow. So we have the owl, which represents wisdom. It's number 27. Yeah. And it says, dream your true north. Envision it. Feel it. Become it. Speak as if you were there. And it says, dream your true north. 27. Next card, 28. Your big dream. So dream your true north. But don't just limit yourself to small, little things that, you could possibly eventually do yourself. This card is telling you to dream big. I'm talking about things that you have believed, told yourself, or other people told you that you would never amount to, or you could never be that successful, or you would never have those things. Well, if you can embody the energy of being in your north node, get ready to dream big. So you have activated some sort of peace and calmness within you throughout this process. You were very cool, calm, and collected, like a panther, very stealthy. You walked in silence, kind of like the high priestess. You kept your knowledge to yourself. You would have been probably, how beautiful these cards are coming out, you most definitely would have let someone pick your brain or whatever, but not take it. And so with this number 25 card, activate peace and calm, you will embody sacred courage. And these are messages straight from the gods, okay? Let's see. I'm down to this many with this deck, so I'm going to move on to a different deck. But at the bottom of this one, we have here with your heart. which 9 plus 1 is 10. New beginnings. Okay, let me pick up all these cards real quick. We'll pull out the other deck. Man, these cards have been so uplifting and healing and just encouraging. The fact that it is possible. You can make this swift change, this swiftness, this whatever it is, this change in your life, in your frequency. You can elevate it. Absolutely. I don't know where that deck went. I'm just gonna set that one there. Okay, so the next deck I'm gonna go for is this one. And it has been staring at me, but for some reason I have not grabbed it. This is the Mary Magdalene Oracle deck, okay? And if you know who Mary Magdalene is, she is also a goddess, okay? The first two cards I have on the bottom, which is, in just a second, baby. I'm wrapping, give me a second, I'm wrapping it up. At the bottom of the deck, we have Witness, which is I am fully seen. Now, if you really take in this picture, okay, let's say this is you. You could be a male or a female, but let's say this is you, okay? I am fully seen. That means someone who is in the spiritual realm, who holds strong significance within the universe, has seen you. They acknowledge you. They recognize you. They're presenting themselves to you. Oh my gosh, we're talking about I am fully seen, and the next card is literally darkness makes vision possible. Working through your shadow self, your shadow work, however you want to call it, mending this heart from all the betrayal, neglect, abuse, you know, things that these self-limiting beliefs, the things that people have told you for your whole life, that you couldn't succeed, or you wouldn't do this, or you couldn't do that. It's saying that you have been fully recognized for who you truly are now. And that makes this darkness, this shadow work, which is very dark. You have to dive deep into your emotions, into your, you know, I'm in school for being a hypnotherapist, so you need to dive deep within your subconscious through some sort of guided meditation, or someone who can guide you themselves, or they have plenty on YouTube. I suggest probably using the rope theory. That helps for beginners, and is well for intermediate and advanced. So I'm seeing that because you have been fully seen, the first power you have received, your first gift from this spirit being face to face, they've witnessed what happened. You have been fully seen and everything's been noted. You have been gifted your first power. And that first power also had to do with a level of surrendering to the dark shadows that are buried deep within you. You've had a heart activation. Your heart's been activated. You have released. I'm feeling like a lot of things that you didn't even know that were there. I mean, just in another live that I made, there was a whole part of someone where the door or the portal that held their originality, their authenticity, their idealism, their identity. I mean, that's how people go into identity crisis, or they have identity crisis. This door was chained, and because you had the courage to surrender to something that you were not able to literally see, but you used your other sensitivities and you felt it, you're being rewarded for following your intuition. Right here, my gosh, it says the red thread. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware of the red, hi. I don't know if you guys are aware of the red thread theory, or it's the red string theory. It is a string that becomes attached almost like a cord. Like, you know how we have these energetic cords that attach to people that we come across to in life. And I mean, nothing is just a coincidence. They were placed there for a reason. But this red thread is your connection to your mother. This red thread is connection to your father. The people that you hold sacred to you the most. This could be someone that you started falling really, really hard for. Like, I almost want to use the word love. It says here, good recognizes good. It seems like you may have found your spirit tribe. Then the next card is angels. I've never been alone. Your spirit tribe may be, this is an example, you could have more here in the matrix, here on earth, than you do in the spiritual realm. Or it could be the other way around. For people who are on their spiritual journey and on their spiritual path to enlightenment, to transformation, to development, you know, you have not been alone at all. They have been with you this entire time. And the red thread theory is all these cords that you have connected to the people that you value the most, the ones that you let within your heart space. And for some others, like talking about my healers and stuff, and just other people who stand in that morality, you have been recognized by the gods to be one of great resources that you are able to to see. I mean, and even though it may have felt that you were alone, see, this is a room full of people. Let's say this was you right here. Let me take all these people out of there. There's still the red thread theory. Good recognizes good. But your spirit tribe, the one that you have now found and have been reunited with, may be all in the spiritual.
We have to pick Rochelle.
Okay.
And we have to get Pinky.
Okay. I'm coming. I'm trying to
You said that 4 minutes ago.
Riley. So good recognizes good, which is you put all your trust and your faith within your angels, within the ones that stood by your side, no matter what, no matter how bad you piss somebody off, no matter how bad your imperfections were just irking somebody, no matter how bad your vibe was affecting somebody else, the things that you did off of impulse that you wish you could take back. No. You have come in alignment with your spirit tribe. This transformation, first of all, you couldn't have done it without them. And I'm not trying to belittle anybody. So I may take that back. However, I don't see the way that one could have achieved such a potent transformation like this without the help of those on the other side. The next one we have, wow. We have the true human. Okay, there's a lion here. This lion represents strength. The dove, love, self-love. The flowers, abundance, prosperity. The true human. I am fully human and fully divine. And it almost looks like this is her aura. She has a golden-like aura. And it's big. It's very big. Your aura is supposed to be as far as your arms can go all the way around. So just imagine a big circle all the way around you. That's how big your aura is supposed to be. When your chakras are in alignment, when you are in alignment, that's where you stand, okay? And that also is your protection bubble. Your protection bubble. Now, this woman, just her head is illuminating this gold, just goddess-like aura, energy. And it's all like, it's like this big around her head. And then off that are different frequencies vibrating off of her aura, which is what people see. Her aura is projecting this ripple effect. It is it's hard not to capture the attention of others when you have an aura like this, when you're glowing of strength. Hey! Glowing with strength and abundance and love. Your aura is so freaking bright. I mean, it's gold. Isn't the heavens made out of gold? This is a divine aura. And these ripples are just rippling out. And everyone who comes into contact with you, everyone who puts their eyes on you, they feel that vibration. They feel your aura. It catches them. They look. That's why they look. That's why they stare. It's not because you're crazy or you got a booger hanging out your nose or you look funny. It's because of your aura. So it says, the true human, I am fully human and fully divine. Okay? This is crazy. The next card is the fourth power. So you've already been given the first power, which is darkness makes vision possible, meaning you've done the shadow work. So now you have been gifted with foresight. The fourth power is I am beloved, meaning you are loving the shit out of yourself right now. Truly, like this card is just a beautiful, beautiful card. I mean, look at the fire ignite. Is that fire? Yes, that's not even cornfields or anything. That's fire that she is dancing on top of. She says, I am the beloved. I am whoever I am. And I stand firm in who that is. This fourth power is very, very, I mean, it's so positive. And look, you see how this one, the true human, I am truly human and truly divine, and how she has that golden aura around her head and is vibrating, the vibrations off, so that whoever comes in eye contact or comes near her, they are gonna receive that vibration from her. I mean, it's just gonna go straight to them. Well, look behind her head. Obviously, it's the sun and it looks like a sunflower, but it also reminds me of this aura. It's the same colors. You have gold, heaven-like, divine-like aura around you. And it's radiating. If this is resonating with you, you are attracting a lot of attention. Whether it be walking in a gas station and somebody just making eye contact with you, or whether it be walking in a room full of people that are all quietly taking an exam and everyone turns. Don't act like that doesn't happen. That shit happens. Okay, so here we have, this is obviously the sign of the phoenix, and it says, resurrect in this life. What it's indicating indicating, it says resurrection. Ego dies and the soul rises. Okay? Now that you have found your fourth power, which is your self-worth, your self-love, in this divine state with this kind of aura, you have so it looks like that what they're trying to say here is that you may have endured a difficult situation with a specific someone. The entire time you were radiating, once again, look behind this person's head, their aura. They've gathered the attention of others, okay? Your truth, your core truth, I'm feeling since ever you were a child, you were just born with forgiveness in your heart. You lived life step by step with love. The way you let go of this ego, the way it was so easy to let it die off, is because now you have the love that you have for yourself is more stronger than anything ego-driven, negative thought processing. It's so much stronger than any of that. And now your soul is rising to new levels. This whole reading has been all about embodiment of positive energies, transforming, transitioning, being initiated again, finding or coming to the realization that you're not alone and you're not going crazy. You are very much loved by the divine. You stuck true to your testimony, to your side of the story. You stuck very firm with your beliefs. Love is stronger than death. Love is stronger than death. When we work out of love, it doesn't matter what situation we find ourselves in. There's people out there in this world that had done major harmful convictions towards others that have put them in jail for a very long time. And still, if they have hurt someone, that one family member of the light can even love past the day, past the darkness, past the whatever comes next. They laugh in the face of adversity. One of my favorite, it's in Romans, I forget what number it is, but it's my favorite verse. It's, she walks with strength and dignity while laughing without fear of the future. Look it up. It's pretty cool. Hey guys, I'm new to your testimony. Wow. At the bottom of the deck, who we're reading about? Mary Magdalene finally shows herself. Love only ever expands. Love only ever expands. I think that was a grammar error. Maybe not. Love only ever expands. And that is what Mary Magdalene embodies. She believes in her core that if she has love for all creatures of the earth, whether they're in good or bad standing, and I'm gonna have to show y'all something in just a second. She's gonna work out of her heart space no matter what. I tell you one thing, to get Mary Magdalene out of her character, you've got to be someone extremely, I don't know. But here, I want you to take note again, just like in these ones before. You see the aura she has around her, okay? These ripples are the vibration that it is exuding out to the people who she makes eye contact with or is in her surrounding area. And they feel it. That is the magnetism. Not because they look good, not because they may have this or they may have that, because they have embodied Christ-like energy, God-like energy. Their aura is gold. Heaven is supposed to be wrapped in gold. Okay? All these pictures. This sun looks like a sunflower, but really it's her aura and the frequencies that is being transmuted outward, where people literally make eye contact with you, or they turn around, or they look up and stare at you. Now, Mary Magdalene, if you look at her, she has an aura around her crown. There's something significant about one's aura. Give me 1 second. I got a mosquito that keeps getting on my leg. I need to write something down. If you don't mind, this is for later. Because I like to dive in deeper whenever I get a message as such. Okay. There we go. I'm back live. So we have Mary Magdalene. Love only ever expands. So with Mary Magdalene, she is the true embodiment of love. Okay? And then we have, with Mary Magdalene, we have the anointed. I rise with only more soul. So because Mary Magdalene, and once again, here's the aura, okay? And like I said, we have a solar baby around here. See this person's aura? is red. If you're interested, Google it, see what it means. What does a red aura mean around the crown? The crown is red. That chakra is red. So it could mean that it's activated, and that this man, by placing his hand on this other man's head, is activating his aura. It says angels. I have never been alone. They're activating your aura. They're helping you. You needed this help from your spirit tribe. Okay, now Mary Magdalene is gracefully coming forward, not only to display the symbol that represents her right there, the roses, the purity of it all, the warmth, the view of her aura, and how mesmerizing it is. Because you're in a place of love, which ultimately brings you infinite abundance and prosperity. When you can love someone even whenever they've done you wrong, instead of, you know, like instead of retaliating, this love is everlasting amongst any and everyone. And it says, the anointed, I rise with only more soul. And because this expansive love, this infinite love that you have, this love that is part of possibly your morals, what you stand firm in with your beliefs, because of this, because of your kindness, your lightheartedness, red roses represent love. That's why all the red roses. You are being anointed, where your soul is just rising incredibly more. Wow. Stop it. Okay. Before I show you what it says, check out her aura. Now, she could be a solar baby. I'm unsure. If you don't know what a solar baby is, I shall tell you. I have a better definition right here. It's, where did it go? Where did I put that? I didn't write it in my book. It's not this one. I'm sorry, guys. I really want to show y'all this. I'm looking for it. I'm going to come across it. No. Okay. Damn it. where did I write that at? Now, I did write this while I have it in my hand, because if not, I'm going to forget. It's a verse in the Bible, 1 Corinthians 13:12. You can look it up or pull out your Bible. This is the reciprocity of this full vision of seeing and being seen by another is sacred and graced. We can't truly be seen until we are fully revealing who we are at its rarest and holiest moments. Okay? So the last few cards I have, so we have, because I've got to go here, we have surrender, I am in good hands, and then this card says right up here, I have not bound anything. She is declaring her testimony. It says the soul, I am free. So because she was able to surrender to this dark energy, to this energy with negative intent to cause destruction in one's life, because she surrendered, and it says, I'm in good hands, to the life forces that stand behind her, the ancestors, the ancient gods, goddesses, all her whole entire spirit tribe, okay? Because she surrendered to them, her soul has been set free. And that is a true level up. Right here, how I was talking about, I rise with only more soul, the anointed. That means you have risen higher. And let me just check. Okay, so it's telling you this is two people coming together with two different auras, as you can tell. There's a red aura and a golden aura. It says the breath, I reclaim my soul. Now, what was the card right before that? The soul. I am free. You have called your power back successfully. And now, because you have done so, you have become a legacy in the eyes of your spirit tribe, in the eyes of the one that holds you most dear, okay? Because you have reclaimed your power back after going through something that was very, very just difficult to maneuver around and figure out how to fix such a thing, such a negative energy that may have been spells being done on you, something like that. Because you stayed in the energy of love, in your heart space. You have become and you have reclaimed your power back. It says, I am free. I reclaim my soul. I keep wanting to say soil. It says, love is always legendary. Meaning, the reason why we have auras in all these cards, and I wrote it down to go back and look it up, but pieces are coming together. When you embody true divine love for yourself and for others, again, whether they crossed you wrong or not, you still have kindness and you still have forgiveness in your heart. You're gonna stand out like a golden light. You have a legacy to withhold within the gods. And this golden light, this healing, comes from within. See that? And now that all this has been recognized, divinely accepted, no need for transmutation, but for embodiment, okay? It's reassuring to you that your body, the signs that you were feeling, receiving, were false. The body never lies. I mean, even the gut. You know how many people get those gut intuition feelings? It says the dove. Spirit speaks through your body. It says golden light. Healing comes from within. The next card is the dove. Spirit can now speak through your body. That's why meditation is of such great significance. Okay, the seventh power. Look at these people's different color and auras. Look how his is a little bit smaller than theirs. It says, anger is information. I swear I'm cutting it off, baby. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. It says, she wants to go get cookies. We're going to get cookies. I've been on here long enough, though. The seventh power, which you have, it has been activated now, represents anger is information. That kind of reminds me of how one's truest or one's perceptions or one's feelings towards another can be reflected and projected in tarot, if that makes sense, to where you can see who's on your level. You know what I'm saying? Anger is information. But even though anger is information, your love is never ending. It says the heart. I carry a cathedral within me. meaning you embody Christ's Spirit, the Holy Spirit within you. I'm almost done. All right, I'm gonna stop right there with that deck. I'm gonna leave y'all with one more card before I close out. I really wanted to finish with this one, but it looks like I gotta go run a few errands. So I'm gonna leave you guys with some angel numbers to see what it is that is coming your way, what energy, what you may need to be paying more attention to, things that you may be receiving that you don't even understand or notice quite yet, but you feel the anticipation of something big coming. I can tell you what, you've been through something big, and I can tell. So this was a lot. This was Gemini, Aquarius energy, and Mars in the second house. At the bottom of this deck, it says 28th path. This is like the Kabbalah tree of life. This is the star, which is hope, inspiration, and dreams. Your inspiration is to have true knowledge, to have peace within yourself, and to allow that inner light to shine so that you can be an inspiration to others. It plants the seed of hope. Right here we have patience. Right here on a whole different deck we have new beginning, new beginnings, plural. On a different card we have warrior, inner strength, clarity, and presence. No one can penetrate the work that you have done. After they have enchanter, self-evaluation, awakening to your purpose. All right. Right here we have it says get into nature. Okay. It means coexist, gather together, and limit waste. With this card comes, so it says get into nature with the intention to gather information, to deliver gratitude, and to coexistence with self and nature, which you are nature. Then we have the tune in and connect, which is nonverbal communication, strictly using your intuition to receive messages that you need to gather so you can have a coexistence and you can limit the heartache and the things that go, family connections. So you could have some sort of you know, maybe not everybody's seeing eye to eye within your family, but it's saying that get into nature, coexistence, gather, limit waste, and then tune in and connect. And it shows me a caveman. And underneath it, it says nonverbal communication, which is mediumship, in tuning to nature itself by using your nonverbal communication, using that strong intuition that we all have, we all can tap into, to receive these divine messages, okay? And the last two, and these, about these family connections, about respect, about people, about kinship, so that your spirit tribe can assist you with these things. Because it seems like you may be at some sort of crossroad. Okay, yeah. Within your career, and it says work. So this is very important to tune in to these messages from your spirit guides about different connections with people and having respect for them, even though you may or they may have pushed you into this transformation or not. Okay, so here are your angel cards, and then I'm going to go ahead and close it out. We have 0550, the eye candy, intuition, inspired action, beauty, art, socializing, flow. Weren't we talking about flow earlier? Potential, romance. It says get some fresh air or call some of your pals over. Take a look around you. There's so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project, or you will go out on a date. Put your charisma to use everywhere. Spread your charm around. Okay? The next one is 1331. We got that yesterday. Good fortune, advice, comfort, major change, individuality, and independence. It says, have faith in your skills and talents, as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. All right, the last but not least card. Guys, what it is that you truly want the collective to know at this time. Oop, that one went back. We have 7777. Perseverance. Beautiful reading. It just came all full circle. Change of perspective. Reflection. Inner strength. Wisdom and enlightenment. There's a need for a change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within, and then you'll just know what the right next step is. Okay, guys? And just for curiosity's sake, we have 5555 at the bottom, which is clarity, and 111, intuition. So, whew, that was a long one, almost 2 hours. But the ones who stuck with me and the ones who just came in to pop in and just say hey, I'm truly grateful for. I'm still doing my oracle decks. If you're in, I'm sorry. If you're interested, please leave me a message in the comments below, and I will go ahead and get started on your deck. We can talk about the price when anyone shows interest in possibly buying one of my oracle decks. Also stay tuned for that guided meditation I'm gonna do about hypnosis and healing generational curses. It's a guide tailored to myself, where I've found a way to astral project through meditation and to find a sacred space to connect with my dearest past loved ones so that I can heal them from all the trauma that they have endured in their past life that is being affected and reflects in your life today. So if that sounds interesting to you, please like, subscribe. You know, if you don't want to leave a comment, that's fine. I'm just glad you were here for the content, and I hope to see you guys around again. All right, bye.